how we built trusses for our cabin. Our cabin is a 2-story, but the second story has a gambrel roof, so it's basically a barn roof, right? And that's how we make our second story. So I'm not going to get into the mathematics and the geometry of laying it out, because there's a ton of videos out there how to do that. Mine is a modified gambrel to give a little bit more ceiling height. It's only 16 feet wide, so if we went with the traditional gambrel, we would have quite a low ceiling height. So this is going to be almost 8 feet, just a couple inches under 8 feet by the way I modified it. But that's kind of irrelevant. The number one thing is, when you do a layout for your trusses, take your time, because if you screw this up, you screw up every single truss on your whole plan. So take your time, make sure you got it right. Have a smart person helping you with the the layout, holding the tape measure, that kind of thing. You need somebody who's more useful than a Kardashian, I guess. So if you look down here, what I have done is, obviously it's best to do this on a flat surface where you can snap lines and make marks, that kind of thing. So we framed up our first floor, we sheeted it, and this is a perfect surface to do this on. So basically, once your lines are all snapped and you have a snapshot or a picture of what your truss layout is going to look like, the next step is to cut little small wooden blocks. And you can see I've got one laying in place. It's not put together yet, it's just laying in place in the jig. And you can see as you walk around, every corner has, like small blocking, whatever. And its purpose is that every single piece falls in line exactly like the one before it. So I guess that's kind of like step 1 and 2 in a nutshell. The next step is to make your gussets for all the connections. So what you're going to do is, you're going to make, for each connection, you're going to use, I've used 1/2 inch plywood, some people would use 3/4. I feel like 1/2 inch is sufficient. We're going to glue the crap out of these on both sides and nail the snot out of them too. So if you follow me over here on this one, this would be the overhang on the one side. So I went with quite a large gusset, because it's going to have to support that weight. So it will lay like that. So what you're going to do is, you're going to make a sample for each and every corner. You're going to confirm that you got it right, and then that will be your sample for every single piece going forward. So you can see that we took the time to make sure this is all going to work good and sits in place right. And then once you have your samples made, you can go ahead and cut all your pieces. However many trusses you have to make, you can cut everything, so that assembly can be done far more efficiently, far quicker. If you have to go back and trim one piece or something, it's not a big deal, but at least everything is basically cut. I guess from here we're gonna let the camera roll, and I'm gonna try and put this thing together, and we're gonna build a bunch of trusses. I've already built a few. I built about 5 to start. You can see the pile over there. I did those kind of like one at a time. I just wanted to make sure that my jig was working good. Now I have 10 more to build. So I had gone ahead and cut the remaining 10. I went and cut all the pieces I need.